On the last evening of my 25th college reunion, there was a party in a tent with dancing, music, and noise. I started to drift out of the tent and catch up with classmates I hadn't seen in more than 2 decades. I made an astounding discovery. 80% of them were unhappy with their lives. They said, "I'm halfway through it, and I don't know what my life is all about." We were privileged. We had gone to Yale, we were highly educated, and many of us were in positions of power. Some had the second house, and some had the second spouse. Yet, despite all of this, they were unhappy with their lives. But who was happy? It was the other 20%. Among them were the historians, the lovers of Renaissance rhetoric, and the geeks who had pursued their interests simply for the joy of learning, not necessarily to direct themselves toward specific jobs. We still found jobs, of course, but we lived our lives expansively, navigating ups and downs without ever feeling that we had wasted a minute. As I spoke more with the happier 20%, I discovered something interesting. Each of them knew something about their life purpose. They knew 5 things. 1, who they were. 2, what they did. 3, who they did it for. 4, what those people wanted or needed. 5, how those people changed as a result. Does that sound hard? It's not, it's actually very simple. You can discover your life purpose now. Yes, right now, in the next 5 minutes. Can I be a little bit louder? There was a lot of noise in the tent, and I had to lean in to hear you. But yes, we're not even going to take 5 minutes. Now, if you're like a lot of us, you've probably been searching for your life purpose for a long time. Maybe you've attended workshops and seminars about it. Amazon even lists over 151,000 books on the subject. Some people spend their entire lives trying to figure it out. But here's the thing, the unexamined life is not worth living. But if all you're doing is examining and not living, that's a problem too. So let's figure out your life purpose right now together. First, let's start with who you are. On the count of 5, shout out your first name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fabulous. That's who you are. Now what do you do? What do you love to do? Do you love to write, cook, design, crunch numbers, talk, or teach? Ask yourself this one question. What's the one thing you love to do so much right now that you could teach others how to do it? Think about that in one word. On the count of 5, what do you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, great. That's what you do. Next, who do you do it for? Picture those people in your mind. Be ready to say it on the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fantastic. That's who you do it for. Now, what do those people want or need? What do they want or need that you have, so you can give it to them? Think of it in 1 or 2 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, excellent. That's what they want or need. Finally, how do they change as a result of what you give them? On the count of 5, all together in a sentence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, amazing. Now you've just done something that many people spend 25 years trying to figure out. Give yourselves a hand. So why is this formulation so powerful? Out of the 5 things you need to know to discover your life purpose, only 2 are about you. The other 3 are about other people, who they are, what they need, and how they change. It forces you to be outward facing. The classmates I met outside the tent that warm New Haven night were not outward facing. They were stuck in their own internal struggles without focusing on what others needed or how they could serve them. The most successful people in any field focus more on how they serve others than on how they serve themselves. And here's what life teaches us. When we make other people happy, when we help them feel secure and taken care of, we will be taken care of too. Now here's a little extra credit. One of the most challenging things people face when they meet someone for the first time is answering the question, so what do you do? If you're in between things or your role is undefined, this can be tricky. You might have a mental monologue like, so what do I really do? Is this person asking just so they can compare themselves to me? Here's what you should do instead. State who you are, what you do, and who you do it for. For example, you might say, I give kids awesome dreams. Or, I write books for children so they can have awesome dreams. Or, I help people look and feel their best by offering affordable choices. That little snippet becomes your personal elevator pitch, and it will always spark a conversation. The person you're talking to will inevitably ask, how do you give kids great dreams? Or, how do you help people look and feel their best? And then you get to tell them, sharing your life purpose, and perhaps even helping them discover theirs too.